Break down a few of them. Kelsey Harkness, she's from the Daily Signal and host of the podcast Problematic Women. Good morning.
Morning, Kelsey.
Good morning.
So let's start with the House Financial Services Committee. The current chair, Jeb HENSARLIng. Maxine Waters would take over there. Talk a little bit about some of the differences in terms of policy.
Yeah, well, Maxine Waters is someone who's been called the most corrupt member of Congress, and she would be overseeing the nation's financial institutions. She also, of course, has been leading the charge calling for the impeachment of President Trump, and also on the front lines of calling for the targeted harassment of Republicans. So I think she would not only do some very damaging things to the economy, be getting in the way of rolling back issues like Dodd-Frank, but she would be setting a good example for civility, which is what we need.
Yeah, we've seen Maxine Waters say a lot of things. She's now vowing political payback. So let's listen to her, and then we'll get your reaction.
I will be the first African American, the first woman to chair the powerful Financial Services Committee. That's all of Wall Street. That's all the insurance companies. That's all the banks. What I'm going to do to you is fair. I'm going to do to you what you did to us.
Wow, sounds like revenge to me, Kelsey.
It does sound like revenge, and to hear that from a leader in Congress, I don't think is healthy on either side.
Yeah, let's talk about the Intel Committee, because in the House, Devin Nunes has been a frequent guest on this program. He's gotten all kinds of grief from the left for allegedly being sort of the president's water boy, and they said, oh, if he wanted to release all this sensitive information about FISA and all of the rest, and the sky was going to fall, and the sky hasn't fallen. Instead, it seems like he's revealed a lot of troubling things.
He has, and I think when it comes to the Intelligence Committee, we know Democrats would double down on this Russia collusion investigation, which Republicans found no evidence thereof. Democrats released a 98-page report calling for leads they don't believe were looked into. So this really would be a committee producing another one more manufactured scandal that would put Trump on the defense instead of enabling him to move policies forward that will be helpful for all Americans.
Well, to your point, Adam Schiff would take over the committee, and he's been someone who's just talked about Russia basically nonstop.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And again, I think this would be a manufactured scandal. It would be a waste, more importantly, of taxpayer dollars, because we have already looked into this Russia collusion scandal, again, lack thereof, from multiple different angles. We're waiting for the most recent results, but the House committee has already looked into this, so it would be a waste of time and money for him to lead that again.
Kelsey, the president in the final days of this campaign and this election cycle has promised another round of tax cuts for the middle class. The current House Ways and Means Committee chairman, Kevin BRADY, has helped the president get that through the first time. His likely Democratic replacement would be Richard NEAL. How can Republicans function and pass tax reform if they don't have control of this House committee?
This is a very powerful House committee, and specifically one that the Trump administration, if Republicans are able to hold the House, they can put forward things like Tax Reform 2.0, which can stimulate the economy and make it perform better than it's even doing right now. The problem is, if Democrats take control of this committee, they'll be a roadblock in passing any further legislation on the tax reform front. They also could pose a problem for passing or ratifying NAFTA 2.0. And also, this committee, not many Americans know, actually has the power to investigate personal tax reforms of any American, including the president of the United States, meaning the president could face investigations from multiple different committees.
Good point. Kelsey Harkness, appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.